Here are 5 things absolutely everyone needs to have done in Most Feared. Now, Soul family, and welcome back to another Madden 26 Ultimate Team video. Hope you watching this one are having a wonderful start to your day. Hope you had a great weekend, and without further ado, here's thing number 1. Now, unquestionably, the number 1 most important part of the Most Feared program are the upgrade players you can go through and earn. And in today's video, let's start with a quick checklist as to which players you want to upgrade first, what position you should use them at, and everything you gotta know in between. Now, first things first, the number 1 upgrade card that every single person should be using on their ultimate team is Shapeshifter on defense. Now, this card can be played at any position. As you guys can see, he's 92 speed and 91 acceleration, easily on my personal team. The place I recommend you use this card is your user. So put him at strong safety, put him at free safety, whatever it may be, but he should be an in-the-box defender for you. The stats are amazing. He's 6'3". If this card is not your user, I think you're using him wrong. Now, the second card that I'm going to suggest you guys go through and upgrade, and I'm going to actually upgrade off camera, is the Shapeshifter on the offensive side of the ball. Now, this card is a little bit worse than the defensive one, but the place I recommend you use this player is tight end. I feel like as a tight end in this game, this card's going to be sick. He's going to go up to 92 speed at tight end. All the route running stats, they're going to be at 90s. His build is good for a tight end. I can't lie. He might be a little bit too heavy at 243, but 6'1", the height is there. Now, the third player you guys are going to want to upgrade is one that EA Sports actually just put in the game, and I strongly suggest you guys go through here, go to your store tab, and go to the candy section, because as you will see, EA finally put the Max Crosby in the store, and you can get the lower overall version of Max right here, the 81 overall version. On the screen right here are the stats maxed out. He's 86 speed. He's got great pass rushing stats. He's going to get the stack that I personally have been craving for a left edge in this game or a right edge in this game, which is Bogo El Toro. And so I'm absolutely going to be throwing that on this card. As you guys can see right here, to get this card maxed out, you're going to have to go through and get 9 upgrade tokens, but the stats end up being pretty good. Now, beyond that, call me crazy, but I'm actually not going to recommend you go through and upgrade Ryan Shazier after that. Hold off, pump the brakes, get those 3 players upgraded. For me personally, I got to do a little grinding. I got to get more fear currency. And tip number 2 of this video, and thing number 2 you got to be doing, is going to show you how to get fear currency for free. But for me personally, those 3 players should all be upgraded in that order. I'm working on number 2 right now. As you can see, this is all free fear that I'm using to open up these packs. I have not bought fear since like day 1 of this program. So all these tokens I'm getting right now, I've earned for free. How do you do that? Well, let's talk about it. Now, before we get into tip number 2, your boy hit for $480 on the picks I posted for you guys on Underdog Fantasy yesterday. I posted these 3 picks and one other, and all 3 of the 2 picks hit. We profited over $200 yesterday by watching football. It was electric. Now, if you watching this video want to give Underdog Fantasy a shot, they're a pretty cool app where you can go through and make player picks. You're basically predicting how well you think players are going to do, and if you get your picks right, you can 10, 20, or 50 extra money if you go crazy. Now, if you want to give it a shot, I'm going to leave Underdog linked down below in the description. If you put in the promo code SWIFT, which is right behind me right there, you get $100 absolutely free just to try out some picks. You're going to get my offensive and defensive ebook in Madden Ultimate Team absolutely free as well. That'll come via email after you make 1 pick, and Baker Mayfield's line is set to 0 yards for any new code SWIFT user tonight only. All right, how do we go through and get the most amount of candy possible in this program? Well, the number 1 thing you got to be doing when it comes to getting free candy is not in your solo challenges. It is not by going through the store. It is actually going on over to your Field Pass tab. Because boys, if you go to the Most Feared Field Pass right here, I cannot lie, there is one mission that is overpowered. If you simply do your Most Feared daily every single day, you get 50 and 20 candy. That is basically 1 free upgrade token every single day for just playing 1 game. And I know 50 and 20 candy, it might not sound like a ton, but if we go through and look at the rewards in this Field Pass, every single level and the highest level you can even get to, those only go through and give you 1,100 candy. So sure, you're getting something as you level up, but you literally get more candy for doing 1 daily mission than getting to the max level in this Field Pass. To get Madden 26 Ultimate Team coins for your account at the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use the promo code SWIFT to save an additional 8% on your order. And outside of that, if we take a look at the event tab right here, it gets even wilder, because if you go through and go 8-0 in this event, me personally, right now I want to say I am 4-0, but if you go 8-0, you're only getting 920 candy in total. That is insane. You get 1,500 candy for just logging onto the game, basically. So that daily objective is a necessity to get some upgrade tokens for free. Beyond that, yes, you should play your solo challenges. Yes, you're going to want to get progress in your Field Pass. Those are all things that I'm always going to suggest you guys do, and that's really how I've been able to go through and upgrade 1 player basically for free and get a good number of tokens to progress on number 2. As you guys can see right here, for some reason I can't see these solo challenges, but the Most Feared solos, the Undercity solos right here, they're worth doing. You're going to get upgrades upgrade tokens, you're going to get candy. That's something you're going to want to do. Okay, tip number 3, if you did not know, there is a hidden most feared player that is going to become available on Thursday by simply completing a set and by simply going through and getting your most feared clues. Now, as you can see right here, I've got the clues in my binder, and by putting these clues into their requisite exchange sets, you're going to go through and get to make selections about 3 items related to the king, who's the champion player we're going to be getting on Thursday. Now, as you can see, you'll be doing these sets right here, the king's guest sets. You're going to do the hand, you're going to do the equipment, and you're going to do the position set. Then once you go through and make your selections from those 3 packs, there's going to be a set that will appear in the game on Thursday. And what you will do on Thursday is you will go through and put your selections into that set. If you get it right, you go through and you get the king for free. If you get it wrong, I'm pretty sure you just get 1 guess. Now, I am 99% sure that the options and the picks we're going to be making inside of this are for the king's hand, it's Jamar Chase. For the position, it is quarterback. And for the equipment, it is cleats. But again, the cleats one is the only thing that might be a tiny bit up in the air. For context, we think the king player we're going to be getting is Joe Burrow. And from some of the hints we've seen, the cleats would seem right. But for me personally, I don't think there's any reason to making these selections today. If you got these packs, you don't need to make picks today. Just wait until Thursday. There is no downside to waiting until Thursday and literally seeing what the correct answer is going to be on this channel or seeing the correct answer on Twitter. Because if, say, for example, we're for some reason wrong and the equipment ends up being like the football because it's Joe Burrow and he loves to throw the rock, well, you're going to be cheesed that you went through and made your pick today. There's no reason to make these picks today. Be patient. Now, I will say this. We are very confident that it is going to be Joe Burrow. So if you're in a situation where you're likely going to be using Joe as QB1, which I'm pretty sure we're pretty much all going to be in that spot, you can go through and do a tiny bit of preparing today by selling off your current starting quarterback. For me personally, I might do that, but I will say I got Case Keenum and I don't see his price absolutely plummeting when we get the free Joe Burrow. So really the number one thing you got to do when it comes to this tip is getting your clues, putting them in the sets, and then having unopened packs in your binder. That's the spot you want to be in. Next up, really quickly, if you go to your lineup screen right here and you go to the strategy item tab, it is a necessity. You are rocking the most feared strategy item. The reason why that is so important is because you can go through and get +1 speed to every single most feared player. You actually get +1 to every single stat on all these most feared cards. And if you, like me, are using the shapeshifters, you're going to be using Max Crosby, you got Randy Moss on your team. These cards get really crazy really fast by going through and putting these boosts in. So just like a 10-second tip, go to your lineup, be sure you are putting the strategy item in your lineup, and then shapeshifter, as you can see on a 20 theme team, is easily 92 speed, 94 zone. That's insane. Like, this is not a 90 overall player. It's wild. Tip number 5, let's go through and get you an absolutely unbelievable free player right now in Madden Ultimate Team. If you got weekly spotlight tokens, there is one set you got to be doing right now for a card that, in my opinion, is better than almost any most feared champion in this entire game. This would be the second best most feared card in the entire promo. Let's get him for free. Now, boys, take your tokens, go to your collector series section of your sets, and EA just released some unbelievable 90s that we're going to be collecting. Be sure you're doing the right set, the 88 to 90 overall collector series champion fantasy pack. And for me personally, we are going to be taking our boy Tariq Woolen. Tariq Woolen got a ridiculous 90 overall player. This is a critical step you guys are following, because for me personally, I had DRC on my team. I picked him a couple of weeks ago, but we're just going to be making a very, very nice upgrade by picking Tariq Woolen. Now, Tariq Woolen and this Eric Dickerson, they're both amazing. And I might go through and get Eric Dickerson for free a little bit later, but when there's a corner who is this good, I'm going to show you the stats. You don't miss out on that. You just don't miss out on that. Like, brother, 91 speed, 94 excel, 6'4", 91 zone, 88 man. This card is absolutely unbelievable. DRC was on my team. He's going to get kicked out for Tariq Woolen because Tariq Woolen is just that good, and absolutely, you got to be spending the tokens on him. I know you guys watching this, you have enough tokens. Like, you absolutely do. If you've been playing, so you've been getting your weekly spotlight passed on, you got the tokens. This card's a must. And yeah, those are 5 things you guys got to be doing today. If you want to stick up to date with what you guys got to be doing when Most Feared releases on Thursday, hit that red subscribe button. And if you want to check out a video that I posted on the channel where we grab Randy Moss for free and give him some gameplay and a no money spend episode, click the video you see on my face. And until next time, I'm out. Love y'all. See ya. Peace.